Okay. So first I'm trying to open the Eclipse. Okay. So as we know already, so Eclipse is day before yesterday we installed and we can able to open it. And from there I will start to working on today. So today very simple, Lana. I will open the, I will create the, try to create the one application, and I will create a simple index file, and I will try to run that. And if time permits, then I will show you how to interact from one web page to another web page. So these things I will try to explain today. And while I'm explaining, if you are getting any doubts, please ask me. As I mentioned already, so this is always ask you that workspace where you want to save your projects or your programs. So if you want to mark it, use this as a default, then it won't ask you every time. But if you are not until you choose this checkbox, every time it will ask you. So before launching the application, it will ask you the confirmation about the workspace. Okay, and then it will launch the Eclipse where we can create the project. So that I will try to explain today. So I will go little today slowly only. So wherever you feel somewhat uncomfortable or unable to understand, please ask me. I will repeat the same thing. Just few seconds. It takes time to loading. So after opening your Eclipse, please wait until it's loading all the initial tooling. Okay. So once it is done, then able to start our work. So what are the existing projects so far you created will show as a list like this. But now I will tell you like how to create a new project first. Then we'll see how it will be looks like, and then we can understand. Yeah, it's completed. So now you see, so now the task is like how we, as I mentioned right already. So first we have to create the project, so that is for that I'm telling the steps. So first we have to go to the file, okay. So under the file you have to go to the new, and under that you have to go to the others, okay. So please check the steps. See, first you have to go to the file, and then you have to go to the new, and then go to the other, okay. So once you click on the other, it will open the window to select the project type, and now you have to type dynamic web project, okay. So this is the project what we are going to be creating. So dynamic web project. So first, as I mentioned, see, first file and then new and other project. Under that we have to select the dynamic web project and click on next, and it will ask you the project name. Yeah, like that. So I'm giving uh, so Java Web one I'm giving project name, okay. So Apache Tomcat, by default it will take as per the screen selection. So don't change anything. Just click on finish. That's all, okay. So just click on finish. It will create the dynamic web application, okay. And if you want to create the, if you want to click on next also, just simply go to the just, and yes, like you can click on next and generate the web.xml. It might help you to configure the servlets if you used, otherwise not required. But generate web.xml, it's better to click on here and then click on finish. So I'm just telling again. So first give the project name, and then click on next, and then click on next, and then check this checkbox, and finally finish it, okay. So this is the way how you will create the dynamic web application using Java in Eclipse, okay. And now as part of application dynamic web application development, we are using technology called JSP. So that is a Java server pages. And for full stack who enroll, for them I will explain the JSP in upcoming classes. But as of now, just a few things. It's not much on complicated, very simple things I'll explain. And see, now first, as I mentioned already, so just a welcome page we can create. It's a quite similar to HTML only. So JSP is not a new language, but it's a combination of core Java and HTML. Both we can do in the single page. That is the specialty of JSP. But all the syntax will looks like HTML only. So once I will open, you can understand. So first, it is creating the application and building the application. Please wait until its completion, and definitely you can able to see the name of the application what just to be created. But please wait until it's completing the building factors, okay. So once it is done, we can open, and I will explain what are the things we have in the project and where to create the our HTML pages or JSP pages. I will explain one by one. So but this is the process of creating a application in the Eclipse, a new web application, that to dynamic web application, okay. Yes, see here. So it's created successfully now. So you can open this. So once you open, you can able to see the all the components which are part of your application. But here the main important thing is src. So under src, under main, you will able to see the web app. Okay, so where you have to create the our JSP pages, as I mentioned, the dynamic server pages or Java server pages. So which looks like HTML, but which is acting as a dynamic web pages. So in the web app, we should create all the JSP pages which are used for our communication. Okay, so now right click on the web app. So you can even this video I'm recording, so I will share with you. So please, as I mentioned already, it's a starting time for you people, so try to do twice or four times or five times the same application development so that you can able to understand. Okay, so now out of this you have to choose the JSP, but if you see HTML, CSS and JavaScript, every option will be there, so choose the JSP. Okay, so because HTML is static web page creation, JSP is dynamic web page creation, we want dynamic web page. So here it is asking the file name, so I'm giving the index.jsp. Okay, so index.jsp as an introduction page I'm giving, just click on finish. So if you observe this page, it is quite similar to HTML only, it looks like. See, if you see that. So doc type HTML header body is creating empty body, so where you can type some content. And this is the JSP page what I told you. So but here the advantage, as I mentioned, you can write both Java as well as HTML. I will show you that example also. First, I just want to write the welcome to JSP. Okay, so welcome to JSP. So that is Java, advanced Java, part of advanced Java we use it for dynamic web application. And here just I want to print today's date. Okay, so how we will write the today's date? We see, if you want to write Java code in HTML, you will use a tag called less than percentage. So generally, other than this tag, all are will use it for HTML tags like HTML, H1, div, table, and all the stuff. But this is the new tag they introduced in the JSP to write the Java code. Okay, so now whatever the Java code, how we will write generally date. Let's take date. D is equal to new date. So this is the date object I'm writing, and now I just want to import the date, right? So because date is a part of util package, so that we should write as part of import as a starting line. Okay, import is equal to java dot util dot date. Okay, so semicolon. So this is the approach of importing the any Java packages in JSP, like the core Java. Okay, and now see the error is gone, and now you can print it. See, in generally core Java you may print system.out.println, right? Here simply you can write out.println. That's all. No need of system. So out.println d dot localist string. Okay, so d dot localist string will help you to get the our local IST timing, and that is what I'm trying to printing here. That's all. So two things I trying to do here. One is welcome to JSP, and after that the date today's date I'm printing, just very simply. Okay, so now I'm going to be running this application. Okay, so first I created a web application, and then I created a web page, and after that I just created a dummy data. One is date and another one is JSP. So this is HTML content and this is Java content. Both you can write as part of the JSP. And now I'm just running this application. So to that, right click on the application what you created, and we have an option run as. Okay, so under the run as we have two options. One is Java application, another one run on server. Java application is used for client applications, but here it is a server based application, or I can say that dynamic web application. So for that we should take the run on server. For that only we configured Apache Tomcat. Okay, so Apache Tomcat will be activated automatically now. See that, and now you can start click on finish. So now the application whatever we created will be compiled, executed, and deployed into the Apache Tomcat, and finally the output will be displayed by the Eclipse. So that is the advantage of IDE. Actually, if you do the same thing manually, you need to compile and execute and deploy into the server, but that all activities automatically Eclipse is taking care, and directly it is deploying. Finally we are getting the output, and that output will be displayed by default in the local browser of the Eclipse. If you want to see the same output in the outside, you can copy the URL and paste over the outside of the Eclipse. There also you can see the output. I will showcase that also. Just please wait. Yeah, see, if you observe that, see the output is coming. Welcome to JSP and today's date, John 4, 2023, 5:20, 40 p.m. See that. So this is what I told you, like date is coming from the Java code and this content is coming from HTML. So both the combination can be able to execute in the JSP. And this is the URL which is generated. So localhost Y means we are running on the local machine. And the same URL you can copy that and you can paste on the Chrome as it will run. It doesn't have any problem. It won't give the any problem. You can able to run it, okay, but Eclipse should be open mode. Once you Eclipse close, this URL doesn't work, so that is you have to keep on remind. And now once you run it, the same output will be displayed over here also, okay. So this is the way how we will generally creating the dynamic web application in the Java. So, and now to do this application development, HTML and basic core Java, if you have the knowledge, yes, you can able to create the dynamic web application Java. That is the way how we will do that. So, if you understand as of now, I will start again same application once again. So, to make it revised to you people, I will create the one more web application, but where I will show you interaction. Like once I will click on the one web page, I want to redirect to the another web page by using anchor tag. And similarly, I want to create a form, so where I will give the some data and that will be displayed on the another page. That kind of interaction I will showcase you. But before that, as if you have any doubt as of now, please ping me. Otherwise, I will start the new project. All of you can speak. I will give the permission to speak up. Just a second. Yeah, I given the permission to all of you, Nana. You can speak up now. So if you have any doubts, you can speak up now. You can unmute yourself and speak up. Any doubt as of now? Yes, any doubt? If you are not really open to speak, you can ping on chat also. I can able to answer your questions. If no, you can say that no. Then I can start another project. Can anyone? Hello? Now speak up, speak up. Anyone can speak up. Is the doubts are there or not? First of all, are you people are there? Hello?
No doubts, sir.
Okay. All of you? Any other one? Try to speak up, Nana. You're not like you should improve your speaking skills. Still, you are in the what you called your classroom mood only. Okay, so speak up and open up. And now you see, so I'm just creating the one more application as I mentioned. So again, see, as you know already, first go to the file and then new. Under that, we have to select dynamic web project, okay, and then give the project name as you like. So I'm giving Java web 2, I'm giving, and click on next, generate web.xml, and then click on finish. So this is the steps for creating the application. Yeah, now open that. Under that, go to the src, go to main, and under that go to web app, okay, and now right click on the web app, new JSP file. So as I mentioned, you can write index.jsp, or for example, sir, if I'm not writing index, let's take example, I'm writing one.jsp, assume that. Then in that case, will it work? Yes, it will work, but you need to change that name. I will tell you where to change. So now click on finish, okay. So if the starting file name, if you are not given as an index, so index is a default name. But if you are not given that, if you want to give your own name like one.jsp, some xyz.jsp, then go to the web now, go to the web.xml, okay, open that, where you will find the name of the index.file. See that. So here you just add this welcome file one more tag, okay. By default, they given all the other names. Now you can add your name, so you can copy that. And what is the name we just now added? The default page one.jsp, yeah, like this. So if you are adding your own names as a starting file, you should add that name as a welcome file in the web.xml. So web.xml, one of the advantages is this one only, to set up the starting file or to set up the welcome file in application, because if you create multiple JSPs, which JSP it has to open, so we should indicate to the server, so that is indicating through this particular welcome file option. Okay, so now in the one file, just I'm giving a link to the second. Okay, so anchor tag, as we know, h reference, so where we will go, second.jsp. that's all, very simple one. So here I'm writing go to second. Okay, so now it is navigating from one.jsp to second.jsp. That means now I'm going to be creating under the web app second.jsp. Okay, so if you want to navigate from one web page to another web page, just it is enough to give the anchor tag or link. Okay, so now link will navigate from one page to another page. Now in, so as of now, any doubt? So is this link is clear for everyone? HTML link. So this link will help you to navigate from one web page to another. Generally, when you want to create menus or forget password, new user, some kind of links you are able to see in web pages, right? So that all links will be generated like this only. But the style will be based on CSS we are getting, but the link will be getting like this only. And now once we click on this second link, go to second, it will open this page. Okay, so in this page what I'm trying to do, and also please keep on maintain the titles for every web page, so that you can easily track the page names. Okay, in the web browser mostly. So here I'm writing second. Okay, and now in the body, very simple form I'm writing, that is enter your name and click on submit. When you click on submit, in the next third.jsp, I want to see the message like welcome to some xyz name. So for that I'm creating form. Okay, form. So action, ACTION, action is equal to third.jsp. So why I'm telling these two topics means, in generally in any web page you can navigate in two ways, Nana. One is by using anchor tag, that means by using link you can navigate from one page to another page as like 1 to 2 seconds, but you cannot send the data along with that. But when coming to the forms, we can send the data along with the request. That means here also you are navigating from second to third, but along with that you can able to send the data also. But in the link we can send, but it's not more data. In forms we can send. And now I'm giving method is equal to, okay, post. And now under the form I'm just creating enter your name. And now as we know, we want to create the text box. So input type equal to text and name equal to, let's take user. Okay, and to make it mandatory I'm writing required. Okay, and after this we should provide a button to submit the form, right? So now I'm writing input type equal to submit, and now value is equal to send I'm giving. Okay, SE and send. So that's all. My form is ready. So once you submit this form, it will navigate to the third.jsp, and also the data will be carried in the third.jsp with the name of user. Okay. And now I'm just going to be creating web app. Right click on web app. Again, I'm going to be creating one more JSP. So that is third.jsp. Okay. So totally in this application, I'm creating 3 pages: one.jsp, second.jsp, third.jsp. Okay, but if you observe that out of these 3 pages, which will open first, because to set up in the web.xml we given the one.jsp, that's why it will open the one. From where I have a link to navigate to the second, so I'm reaching the second. Now where I can fill the data and I can submit the form. So now it will go to the third. Okay, so third I'm just giving heads up like h1. So now I'm writing welcome to new page I'm writing simply. Okay, so as of now I'm not reading any data from the second, I'm just printing that. So first I will try to run this application, I will showcase the flow, and then I will try to read the data also. Again, right click on the, so if you forget, so right click on the application to run the application, right click on the application name, project name, run as, run on server. This is the option you need to choose for running the application. And now it will open the first one.jsp as a welcome page, where you can navigate from up to the other pages as like your home page. Okay, You see here. So as we know, so first you can able to see the name of the page also as a one, and one we got the link called go to second. When you click on this, see that it is navigating to the second page, that is the second. So where you are getting enter your name and send. So now I'm writing only just clicking send. So now it is see this is a required field because I mentioned as a required attribute. So it doesn't allow you to submit the form without filling that. So I'm giving just SAR and send. So now you are able to going to third page. Welcome to new page. See that. But in this new page, I just want to get the name which is entered in the previous window. Okay. So for that, I'm going for third page, and here I'm writing third. Okay. And now here, before going to display the name, I want to read it right. So reading means that is again Java. So again, as I mentioned, less than percentile and write like this. And now you can define string because name is a string. So there is a inbuilt method that is request.getParameter. Okay. So request.getParameter will help you to read the data from the previous page or requested page. So from this page, what is the name? User, right? So that user you can provide as an argument to the get parameter. Now this method will read the data whatever you entered in the text box. Okay. So that name we want to print over here. So that we can print in two ways. One is as I mentioned already out.println, that is already explained. So similarly you can also use double curly bracket to print the name in the JSP. So that is what is the name, string name. Okay. So likewise both ways we can print. One is double curly bracket or else you can write out.println. Okay. So now go back to the main page and refresh this page so that the new code will be compiled and we are getting the new code. And now I'm writing Satish as an input and click on send. So now you will able to see the welcome to name is coming, but the name is not replacing with the actual one, and this is third is coming. So what's the issue here? 1 second, I think dollar curly bracket name, I think. Just a second. It's giving empty. Just a second. Yeah, that is correct. Only string name, dollar curly bracket and curly bracket is correct only. So we'll run it again. Maybe it is not compiled. Think so. We'll see it. So still it's coming. Yeah. So I think there's something is missing. So first thing I will try to accumulate one by one. We'll see what happened. First option I will try. So less than percentile is equal to and followed by name. We can use that. So this is the another approach as I mentioned. So we'll see whether it's working or not. We try. Yeah, it is working. See that SS came. Okay. So this approach is working. Now coming to the other approach as I explained. So there is an attribute called is el ignored. El means expression language ignored. There is an attribute. We have to give it as is el ignored as a false. We have to give. Okay. By default it is true. So now I'm also writing the another approach called name. Okay. Both approaches I'm trying to do now. So what happened, we'll see now. Okay. So now once again I will run the program. So yeah, and so two times the same value should print over here in the two ways of approach. So these are the two approaches we have in the JSP to print the value in the HTML from the Java code, okay? And also the traditional approach out.println and also you can use. So I'm using this now. Two times Satish should be there. No, still the second approach is not working. And first approach is coming and is coming. Is EL ignored equal to false? That means is EL ignored? No. Sorry, we missed one thing. Yeah, there is an attribute I'm missing, param. Yeah, now it will work. So param dot name should come as part of this syntax. This is directly the name what we are using. And the another approach, as I mentioned, out dot println name. Okay. So these are the totally three approaches of printing the name from front end page or the another page. Okay. So likewise, see here. So now I'm giving the Satish over here send. Now three times it has to print. See that Satish out.println working. Welcome to Satish is working. Still parent.name is not working. What is the matter? Dollar parent dot is the syntax correct? Dollar curly bracket parent dot name. That's correct. Just to give me a second. Is any reason it's not working? No, that's correct only. Maybe some of the reason it's not working. I will check it out. Okay, just keep it aside this option. And the syntax is correct but it's not working. I will try and I will let you know by next class. But these two options is okay, like out.println is working and less than percentage is equal to name is working. So the two values what we are able to seeing here, if you observe that, okay, so that two is working. We'll see the other option also how why it is not working. Okay, now it is working for the el ignored and as well as out.println. Out.println is working and welcome to Satish. But still if you want to see the same look and feel as part of out.println also, yes, we can do that also. So but we have to append with the tags, like example double quotes h1 because we want to h1, right? So what do we required? Welcome to and followed by name double quotes close and place, and after that similarly plus double quotes and close the h1 concatenation. Just I'm doing the concatenation how the string will be outside the same string I'm framing over here in the out.println also. So if you want to see the same look and feel, yes, you can able to achieve that also by using proper concatenation in the JSP. See that now you are able to see the same output in the both the places. So welcome to Satish, welcome to Satish. So likewise you can achieve in the same output in the outside HTML and even Java code also. Okay, so this is the approach how generally we will do the printing of the output or printing of the input what we are receiving from previous page to the corresponding target page. Okay, so this is all about your data passing or navigation from one page to another page. So here I can say the two things. One is you can navigate from one web page to another web page simply by giving the links like agger tag, and the second one by using forms also you can send it. And one more thing, if you want to read some data, we will use request.get parameter followed by the name of the parameter. But if it is string like this, you can write directly. But if it is numerical like an integer or float, you need to typecast into respective format. Like example, if you are working with number integer, you require to write the integer dot parseInt. If you are working with decimals, you should work with float dot parsefloat. Like that, you need to typecast into respective data format if you are passing the data other than strings. Okay, so that is also important thing you need to remember, and that example only I will try to show you right now. Okay, so as of now if any doubt please ping me, otherwise I will go to the third example. Is it clear everybody? So that example I'm creating right now. So in a single web page, you can able to create any number of forms. Okay. So now I'm going to be creating a new form with the expectation is sum. So here I'm giving instead of third, I'm giving sum.jsp. Okay. And post method and enter value 1. Okay. So I want to do the sum of the values. So input type text and name equal to I'm giving here v1, and similarly I just want to take the another value to do the sum, so that is enter value 2 and here v2, and input type submit as usual, but here I just want to make it as a sum. So this is another form I creating in the second.jsp, but it is redirecting to the sum.jsp, but as of now sum.jsp is not there, so again we have to create it. Okay, so right click on the web app, new JSP, and now you can take the sum.jsp, where as I mentioned already, so we have to read these two values v1 v2 and we need to perform the sum, right? So for that, so less than percentile, first we have to read the int, sorry, first we have to read the value directly, so string v, let's take a1 is equal to request dot get parameter followed by v1, and then we have to write string a2 is equal to request dot get parameter v2, and now one second, no? Yeah, now you see we got the two values a1 a2 but in the form of strings. As I mentioned, if you want to perform the sum we need to convert into numbers, right? So that I'm trying to do right now. So int v1 is equal to, we have a typecaster, so integer dot parse int of, these are all core Java concepts, Nana. So you will understood once core Java will be covered, and int v2 is equal to, so just I'm showcasing some sample application, that's all, to how it will be working and how the data will be reading, that all things I'm going to be covering. And here integer dot parse int of a2, and now finally we want to display the sum, right? So out dot println v1 plus v2. Okay, yes, our task is done now. So once again I will try to run this application. So run on server and finish. And after this class I will share this video. Try to watch the video and try to repeat the same example multiple times, at least 4 or 5 times. If you repeatedly work on that, then only you will get to understand the concept and understand the habituate the concept, otherwise it's very difficult. So first thing, as the previous form I'm working, so it's going correctly, and now here I'm giving 1 and here giving some 4, so 1 plus 4 we are expecting is 5. So now you see you are getting the as an output 5. See that numbers is concatenate. I mean that's adding to that and it's showing the display that output. So like that you can work on numericals and as well as you can work on string. But string can directly read the data, but whereas numericals you need to typecast into respective format and you should work on that. So likewise you should always work on the advanced applications in Java, and this is the approach how we will create a generally login or registration, database interaction, all the stuff will be created like this only, but for every interaction there will be a little more enhancement, little more code will be integrated and used for the respective activity. So this task you have to thoroughly practice. So anyway we are taking day by day classes, so you may get more time to practice also. So do the practice tomorrow, and day after tomorrow you can ask me doubts also before starting the class. If you are everyone is clear about it, then I will go for new topic on the next class, like on Friday I will take the next class. Okay, so tomorrow try to do this practice, and please come with confidence of doing these projects, so that upcoming concepts will be more clear and more understandable. Otherwise it's very difficult to understand after few days, like 3 days 4 days you may not catch up the calls concept also. So try to practice same day only, instead of lagging the content. Okay, so anything else, if you want to speak up, anyone you can speak, otherwise I'm quit the class. So any doubts or anything you can ask me right now. Any doubts as of now, please ask me. Any doubts as of now?